أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه يستعين في جميع الأمور نحمده سبحانه الذي هو غيب الغيوب ونصلي على محمد وآل محمد ودعاتهم الذين هم خزنة العلم المحجوب Mumineen, Muminat, those who believe in the hidden mysteries. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May you be among the people whom Allah Ta'ala describes in the Quran Majid and says, Ala inna awliya Allahi la khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. Listen, Allah's servants have no fear, nor will they grieve. They have no fear and will not grieve because they believe in the hidden mysteries through their sound intellect. And they possess conviction that due to this belief they will achieve everlasting life and blessings, everlasting blessings in paradise. It is human nature that people are afraid of the unseen, unknown. Humans are afraid and they are anxious about it. And the biggest fear that people have is the fear of dying and death. In reality, they are not just afraid of death itself, rather, they are afraid of what will happen to them after death. They do not possess knowledge about this. They are ignorant of it. It is unknown to them. That is why they are so afraid about it. That is why most people exert much effort to avoid facing the thought of death, because they are afraid of it. But death is real. These people are afraid of the unknown because they do not believe in the afterlife. Quran describes them by saying they know what is apparent in the worldly life. يَعْلَمُونَ ظَاهِرًا مِنَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا, but are heedless of the hereafter. وَهُمْ عَنِ الْآخِرَةِ هُمْ غَافِلُونَ. How can a person become aware of the unknown so that their fear is dispelled and their heart feels at peace? I do this bayan with Allah Ta'ala's aid and His Wali Imam Zaman's ta'eed. Allah Subhanahu describes those who are pious, muttaqeen, whose description you heard in the previous Majlis, muttaqeen. Allah describes them in the Quran and says, Hudan lil muttaqeen alladhina yu'minuna bil ghayb. Those who believe in the hidden mysteries and pray namaz and spend from the wealth we have provided them. So, how does a person believe in the unseen mysteries? I will first explain this. In every age, there is a person who establishes the true Dawat, Dawat al Hikma, Allah's command. The Prophet of this cycle, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, instructed people to testify that La ilaha illallah, that say there is no God but God, but Allah Ta'ala. In one aspect, the unseen is the mystery of mysteries, ghaybul ghuyub, who is Allah Ta'ala. The command is to believe in Allah Ta'ala, the Creator, whom we cannot see with our physical eyes. As the Quran says, La tudrihul absar, eyes do not see Him. How can Rasulullah instruct people to testify to something that cannot be seen? When the Quran Majid in one ayat says, Illa man shahida bil haq, meaning those who testify knowing the truth, only their testimony will be accepted. If you can't see it, how do you know the truth? And we have said many times, there is no such thing as blind faith. Syedna Shirazi Ridwanullah alayhi says that yes, the hidden mysteries cannot be seen with the eyes, but they can be understood with the intellect and therefore can be known. Otherwise, to call towards something that can neither be seen or understood, how can that be right and true? Rasulullah calls towards the true da'wat. Lahu da'watul haq. The true da'wat is for Allah Ta'ala. And that is why the Quran continuously addresses people of intellect. Ya ulil albab. Our hudat assert that creation is evidence for the existence of a creator. The intellect understands that. I have explained this in the previous Majalis. Amir Mumineen Salawatullah alayhi states, An-nasu a'da'u ma jahil. People, this is also human nature. People hate the unfamiliar, is what Maulana Ali says. It is in their human nature that they are afraid of the unknown, of things about which they do not have knowledge. In previous ages, many people used to be afraid to travel far by ship because they thought that the earth was flat and that they would fall over the edge because they could not see beyond the horizon. But then people who traveled far with courage came back. They informed people of the knowledge they had gained and dispelled people's fear. However, that is in this world, the physical realm. And people have continued to gain knowledge about it throughout the ages. But after life in this world is over, then what? That is why who do not possess knowledge about anything beyond the physical realm, they are terrified of death. And in today's age, there are many people who are agnostics who say that how can we know anything about the hereafter? They say it is impossible. If people think that they cannot know something and call it impossible, then how can they advance and progress further? People have put so much effort into gaining more and more knowledge about this world. So why not about the hereafter? Where is that effort? I have explained with proofs in the previous Majalis that this world we live in is the second creation, which was created so that the true Dawat could be established in it. In every age, the divine guide establishes the true Dawat. Allah Ta'ala, who is the knower of the seen and unseen mysteries, Alimul ghayb wa shahada, He gives His wali knowledge of the hidden mysteries, as the Quran says, Alimul ghayb fala yudhiru ala ghaybihi ahada illa man irtada min rasulin. He, Allah Ta'ala, is the knower of the hidden mysteries. And He does not disclose the hidden mysteries to anyone except the messengers that He chooses. The Quran says in the narrative of Adam alayhi salam, He taught Adam all the names. Allama Adam al-asma kullaha. Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran to Rasulullah, ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ نُوحِيهِ إِلَيْكَ. This is from the news of the hidden mysteries that we reveal to you. The celestial knowledge, which is the knowledge of Ali Muhammad. It is the knowledge of the spiritual realm, the knowledge of the hereafter. Haqna Sahib, the true guide who is appointed through appointment in each age, he possesses this knowledge. The knowledge of the hidden mysteries that Allah Ta'ala reveals to the true guide is something that other people do not possess. Then whoever wishes to gain this knowledge should come to the true guide, listen to him, learn from him, obey him. If he does all that, his fear will be dispelled. The Quran says about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَمَا هُوَ عَلَى الْغَيْبِ بِضَنِينَ. He does not withhold knowledge of the hidden mysteries. Syedna Taher Fakhruddin in a verse in poetry wrote about Rasulullah that knowledge of the hidden mysteries is hidden, and no other prophet gained as much knowledge about them as Rasulullah did. Amir Mumineen Maulana Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullah alayhi said, Saluni amma duna al-arsh. ask me about anything underneath the throne. Anything. The only person who can make this statement is the one for whom Allah has revealed the knowledge of the hidden mysteries. The station, the position, high position of Muhammad and Ali is exalted above all others. Amir Mumineen Salawatullah alayhi said that removing the veil, law kashif al-ghita, meaning that death, when death comes, it will not increase my conviction, because he knows. It is narrated that Amir Mumineen said to Haris Hamdan, "O Haris, whoever dies sees me, whether he is a believer or not. He recognizes me, I recognize him by his name, his lineage, his actions." Rasulullah has said that Ali is the one who decides who goes to paradise and who goes to hell. Qasimul Jannati wan Nar. Meaning, who obeys him will go to paradise. Allah's wali in the descendants of Muhammad and Ali, Imam Zabaan, and during Imam's satar, seclusion, his da'i, establishes Allah's da'wat by Allah's command. And Allah Ta'ala reveals the hidden mysteries to him. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam brought the Quran Majid, in which one ayat says, "Wala rabbin wala yabisin illa fi kitabin mubin." Translation is, there is no wet or dry thing that exists that is not in the Quran. Now, literally speaking, how are all wet and dry things in the Quran? The meaning is in the ta'wil of the Quran, the deep inner meaning. So the people who believe in the unseen, the ghayb, they are the ones who believe in the inner meaning. And in the true Imams who explain the inner meaning, the body is the zahir, the outer reality. And the soul is the batin, the inner. Words are the outer manifestation. Meaning is the inner manifestation. There is only life if there is a soul. Otherwise the body is considered dead, not useful. The literal revelation of the Quran is the literal exoteric meaning, and the ta'wil is the deep inner meaning, the true meaning. It is narrated in our kitabs, in our books, "Ad-da'i yanzuru bi nurillah." Da'i sees with Allah's light, with light from Allah Ta'ala. This is also human nature, that people do not like darkness. There is no comparison between darkness and light. Knowledge of the unseen is light, which people can use their intellect to understand. Allah's light is with the true guide. The blessings of the celestial realms flowing, knowledge reaches him, reaches Allah's guide. If a person follows the true guide and believes him and obtains knowledge from him, that celestial light from that world reaches his soul. Person can only see if they have light. Otherwise, what use do eyes have? Similarly, the intellect requires light, otherwise it wanders around in the foggy circle of this world. I will do one other important point, bayan here. This important point, that in previous ages there were many people who would exceed the proper bounds wrongly, do ghulu, and say that the Imam has knowledge of the mysteries, of all the mysteries, like Allah Ta'ala does. Imam Mu'izz Salawatullah alayhi said, no, Allah reveals to us from the knowledge of the mysteries what He wishes to reveal. And then Imam Mu'izz prayed from this ayat from the Quran, that say no one in the heavens and the earth knows the hidden mysteries except Allah. Only Allah knows. And He shows His Imam what He wishes. Mustansir Billah, Imam Salawatullah alayhi said to Lamak bin Malik in Misr that our da'i in Yemen, at that time when Lamak bin Malik was near Mustansir Imam in Misr, Lamak bin Malik had travelled from Yemen. So Mustansir Billah told Lamak bin Malik that our da'i in Yemen, Ali bin Muhammad as-Sulaihi, has been killed. Lamak bin Malik wrote down the day and time when the Imam told him. And when he went to Yemen, he found out that Da'i Ali bin Muhammad Sulaihi had been killed on the very day and time that the Imam had given the news to him. This is the high and lofty station of the Imam. He possesses Allah's light, comes to him, and when the Imam is in concealment, then this knowledge of the hidden mysteries is entrusted to the Da'is, towards whom the Imam's ta'id and inspiration is ever flowing. Mumineen, Muminat, you are the people who believe in the hidden mysteries, and you have been bestowed the good fortune of knowing the highest truths. You have no fear, you have no worry of death, because death here is the beginning of true life. Innal mawta hahuna la'ainul hayat, as Maulana Taher Fakhruddin said. It is said that if you want to overcome fear, if you want to overcome your fear, you should face your fear. How can this be done? Simple answer is, you should seek to know which you do not know. That is why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that it is mandatory, faridat, upon every mu'min, every Muslim and man and woman to seek knowledge. Maulana Taher Fakhruddin said in a verse of poetry, people said, my people, oh my people, seek knowledge. This knowledge of Ali Muhammad. Work hard to obtain it and go so deep into it that you reach China, metaphorically speaking. The knowledge of Ali Muhammad will benefit you both in this world and in the hereafter, and it will raise your station. People obtain knowledge for their livelihood in this world. Work hard, and that is well and good. They should. They do it because they are worried, fearful about how they will earn. They take out so much time for it, most of their time for it. But knowledge of the hereafter, the knowledge of Ali Muhammad, remember, will benefit you forever. If you obtain this knowledge, all your fears will be dispelled. You will then be among the people for whom the Quran says, Allah has fed them when they were hungry and made them safe against fear. أَطْعَمَهُمْ مِنْ جُوعٍ وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. By the hurmat, sanctity of Muhammad, Ali Muhammad and their du'at, may Allah Ta'ala grant you all Mumineen tranquility and peace in your hearts, and aid you to believe in the hidden mysteries with conviction, and may He always keep you in safety and His security, and grant all of your wishes. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala Rasulihi Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi at-tahirin wa sallama tasliman muttasilan ila yawmiddin. Ya Zabaan.